What's up guys, Card Protagonist here, and today we'll be doing a deck profile on the Dragon World Crimson Balance deck. So Crimson Balance was first introduced in the 100 Demon series, where Drum and Gull focuses on using fist items. It is a really aggressive deck and can really push for high numbers, and with the brand new set Solar Strife, Crimson Balance has gotten some really awesome upgrades, and this deck is now capable of doing first turn or one turn kills without even attacking. It is that insane. So without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. So for the body of this deck profile, I will be using Boomerang Dragon. Otherwise, I highly recommend you to switch out for another monster which is size 1, mainly because we use this impact. And this impact is really powerful because right now we have the best items in Dragon World. Deal damage equals to sum of a critical of a monster and an item on the field. Later on, I'll show you some combos where you can do a 9 damage impact. Really powerful just with 3 gauge. So the cost of this impact is you have a buddy monster on the field or monster with drum on the field. So what you want to do is to try to use your buddy monster as some other monsters, maybe even Greatest Dragon, any monster honestly that you can keep on the field. Because as long as you have a buddy monster or drum, this increases your chances to activate this, increases the life. Nonetheless, it is still very easy to activate because the Boomerang Dragon always stays on the field. I can tell you that this is a 7 damage impact or 9 damage impact depending on what item you equip. First off, the MVP of the deck is 4 copies of Chieftain Drum, Crimson Drum. So basically, Crimson Drum is very powerful right now. His effects is insane actually. Cost, put a card from a field into this card so and pay 1 gauge. This is actually really good because there are a lot of cards that has enter field effect. For example, him, Greatest Dragon, when he enters the field, you can draw 1 card and deal 1 damage to your opponents. Fantastic. You have Boomerang Dragon enters the field, you can charge 1 gauge. Spinel Dragon, which is a 1 crit, you usually want to use it to give you gauge and search for a Crimson Battle from the drop zone. So all these cards are usually useless after you call the field, except for a Gunsnacker Dragon, because if your item your fist attacks, you deal 1 damage to your opponent, and he has Solar and 2 crits. So it's really good because he allows you to get rid of useless monsters after being caught. Okay, second ability is all cards on your field cannot be nullified or rested by your opponent. This is really huge because right now there are so many rest cards, especially into the future, which is one of the meta cards, and you no longer need to be scared for Frozen Stars or Star of Justice because this is just wreck Star of Justice easily. The third effect is my favorite effect. At the beginning of your attack phase, for this turn, give an item with fist in its card's name additional 2 critical, penetrate, and double attack. Imagine this, for each monster on the field you gain extra crit. Usually you become 4 crit. This guy gives it double, 2 more crits, 6 crit, double attack, 6 crit, 6 crit. Let's don't forget that our impact combines the critical, that is 9 damage instantly. You can see how powerful Drum is, and the art is really nice as well. So yeah, this card is totally awesome. It has Soul Guard as well, so it wouldn't die. It has inbuilt penetrate, so you could actually beat through some huge monsters as well. 9k attack power, really awesome. Generally your MVP of the deck, because you really want to give your items the extra crit, penetrate, and double attack. So yeah, focus on the Drum, it is the most important card in the deck. Next up, I play 2 more drums. It's 2 copies of Future Limit Break. The reason why I play is because it's a size 2 monster which has a very good control skill. In games you do not draw into this drum, this is a great alternative. Cost, put 1 or more monsters from the field into the card soul. Similar to Crimson Drum, he's able to put useless monsters into the soul, which is good because it gives you the Soul Guard, so you won't die so easily. When this card links attack, destroy all cards on the opponent's field. Items, set spells, monsters, everything. And for each card destroyed, draw cards and deal damage to your opponent equals the number of cards destroyed. Especially fighting against decks that play or set spells like Black Dragons or Katana World, you break everything and you can gain a lot of hand cards and deal damage equals to the cards destroyed. So yeah, just like that, you can actually just push for the impact as well because you can deal the burn damage to bring them to lethal. Really powerful card, a great backup, 2 copies is fine. Alright, for the size 1, play 4 copies of Crimson Battle Gunsnacker Dragon. This guy has been seen in the previous Crimson Battle deck and has got an upgrade. Really awesome. One thing to note is his friend Spinel Dragon also is back, and they have kind of like a Legion art. Very nice. Look at it. Whew. Amazing. This is my favorite art of the set because it just looks so awesome. Alright, Cost, put the top card of the deck into his card soul and pay 1 gauge. Strangely, it needs to pay 1 gauge, but it's fine because he has a Soul Guard, so he wouldn't die so easily. When this card enters the field, put up to 1 item with fist in his card name from the deck into your hand. So really important card because fist is the life of the deck. Without fist, this deck won't work at all. I play about 10 chances to draw fist, so I've never encountered a problem where I have to draw my fist because it is so consistent. Second ability, when an item with fist attacks, you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. It's not once per turn, so think about it. You have double attack, you deal 2 extra damage. Really nice, really aggressive card. I like it, and it must be played at 4 because it searches your item, it gives you an extra burn damage. Really powerful in this deck. Now 4 copies of Spinel Dragon, another MVP of the deck. He's mostly there to fetch stuff back from the drop zone. So for example, if you need a Chieftain Drum in your drop zone, you can always call him and search it back and add it to your hand and call it. And the second part of ability allows you to get 1 extra gauge. If you have an item with his name, you can charge 1 gauge, just in case you need the gauge to use impact. Otherwise, this deck generally has no gauge problems. Just nice to have 1 extra gauge. Most of the time, I usually call him and just evolve him to drum, because his 1 crit is not really useful, but nonetheless it is very important in deck. Next is 4 copies of Greatest Dragon Crimson Valor. This card is so good because when this card enters the field, you have a Crimson. So if you have another card of Crimson, it could be the monsters like Crimson Valors. You can draw 1 card, and if you have a card with Feast on the name, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So it's like draw 1 card, deal 1 damage. One thing to note is most of the cards have Crimson Fist or Crimson Iron Fist. So once you have an item, you call him, it's instant draw 1 and deal 1 damage. Really, really good card. Yeah, he's basically like your Osiris of the deck. So 4 copies is a must. There we go. 2 copies of Rock Bunker Dragon. Rock Bunker Dragon is one of my favorite size one back then because it just looks like drum. It's kind of like a relative of drum. When this guy enters the field, you have Fist, charge a gauge. So it's nice and simple. Give 1 extra gauge just in case you need for impact. He has a nice 4k attack and 2 crits, which is free balance, help you beat through some stuff if you need to with 4k attack. Next, final tag of my deck is 4 copies of Boomerang Dragon. Boomerang Dragon returns is really nice because he allows you to get extra cards to your hand and charge extra gauge. So what it does is when at the end of the battle with this card, you may put 1 card from your hand into the gauge. You can draw 1 card and bounce back to your hand. I really like to boost up my gauge in case I need for impact, and of course that 1 extra crit is 1 extra attack. Brings the opponent lethal. Alright, let's now go on to these spells. 4 copies of Green Dragon Shield. I'm using the promo because the Gao art looks really nice as well. So basically 95 attack and gain 1 life. We play an open center deck, the Gao formation, so definitely you want to play a lot of shields to protect your life points. 4 copies of Blue Dragon Shield. Same reasoning, but this time it gives you a gauge instead of a life. And 4 copies of Demon Slay Battle Aura Bind, because we do play very powerful items in the deck. This is 4 crit, so you can rest any monsters pretty much, because this is a 4 crit, you can rest 4 crit monsters. Amazing in the deck. Then it's Dual World, so you can use it in Danger World as well. Personally, one of my favorite cards ever since Thunder Empire, because it's so damn good. Let's go on to some draw power. 2 copies of Time Sales. The reason why I use this is because sometimes we do have excess gauge. You can pay it off or pay 2 life. The most important thing is if you are 3 life or less, it is free. So this deck do go into very low life because this is a very aggressive deck and you want to draw your combo pieces. 1 copy of Sky Dragon Divinity because it allows you to draw extra cards as well. 1 copy of Loyalty. Loyalty is just there because of the meta. Chaos Thunder Empires do call on monsters. Using this actually stop them a lot, and this card is really flexible. Nowadays, even in Japan meta, we actually do make 1 or 2 Loyalty because there are many decks that call on monsters. Now let's go on to items. 4 copies of Crimson Iron Fist Dragon Knuckle. This card is the brand new card from Solar Strife. Equip cost, put the top card of the deck and pay 1 life. Really cheap, doesn't even need 1 gauge. So you can reserve your gauge for your first turn impact if you want to. All cards on the field gain plus 2k power for each soul this card has. So you can gain soul by its ability. When this card attacks, you can put the top card of the deck into your gauge or this card's soul. This card is so good. It's basically a Steel Fish Dragon Knuckle on crack, and it has Soul Guard. So with Drum, you'll be able to activate this ability 2 times. You'll charge 2 gauge or gain 2. So really awesome card. I'm glad that Crimson Valor has finally gotten a great item that is for free, because with 1 life is very easy to pay. 2 copies of Drago Plus. This card is more of the aggressive one because this can maximum go up to 4 crit and this can maximum go up to 6 crit, which is insane. 1 gauge, 1 life. This card can be destroyed. Freaking amazing because there's so many item destruction in Buddyfight, and this card gains plus 1 crit for each monster on your field. So usually you will have at least 2 monsters on the field because it's a Gao formation deck. So it is an instant 4 crit monster. With Drum skill, you will be able to bump it up to 6 crits. So 6 crit level attack, very powerful. And finally, the last card is the 4 copies of Impact Giga Howling Crusher, one of my favorite impacts. It is one of the strongest impact in Buddyfight, and due to the fact that you can use it in all Dragon World decks. Alright, you may only cast this card if you have a buddy monster on the field or Drum in the card name. Alright, I'm sorry, you definitely want to play a deck with Drum in the name. This way, this card is more lively. But right now, yes, we do play Drum. Pay 3 gauge, deal damage to your opponent equals to the sum of the critical of monster and item on the field. Really good because our items are one of the strongest in Dragon World. 4 crit item or 6 crit item. Choose a pick. So it is both very powerful, minimum doing 7 damage, and you can do up to 9 damage easily. I'm going to show you guys some combos on how to play this deck, so let's get right to it. So the combo setup is pretty simple. All you need is just 3 cards to win the game. Let's say we are going first, so we can only attack once. Can we win it? Let's try. So charge and draw. What you usually do is you use Dragon Knuckle, you pay 1 life, then you could even call Greatest Dragon. The size one doesn't matter, you could call anything as long as you don't pay gauge. So you could call Greatest Dragon onto the field. When this card enters the field, you can draw 1 additional card to your hand, and you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. So right now you're dealing 1. Now we call Drum to the field. Okay, let's say we do not have anything, we don't call monster. It's fine. I'm gonna show you how consistent this deck is, and I usually just want to kill my opponents and they hate to play against me. Alright, so what you do is, before entering the battle phase, during attack phase, this card becomes 4 crit. So it's 4 crit, it's 5 damage already. Then when this card attacks, you can put 1 card from the top of the deck either to the soul of this card or to the gauge. I'll put it to the gauge, that's 3 gauge. Then, just like they do 5 damage, they pretty much, if they're using Thunder Empire, they will be left with 6 life, or if they're using standard decks, they'll be left with 5 life. Then what you do, you just use the impact by paying 3 gauge. Because you can use first use impact, and right now the item is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 damage instantly. So 7 plus 5, that is like 12 damage. So even Dragon Iron will die. So think about it, it is really easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile on the Dragon World Crimson Battle deck featuring Drum and Gal. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile and want to see more, please leave a like on this video. And if you're looking for Buddyfight decks or singles, be sure to check out my online store www.buddy-mud.com. Links in the description box down below. I would like to thank you guys for all the awesome support, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out and love you guys. Rawr.